Okay, so today is push day, or no, pull day. I'm doing pull ups for the first exercise, and fuck, this is the ultimate test of my confidence. Film it at the gym for the first time, and I'm fucking shaking. I'm so scared, but okay. I'm gonna try to do my best to vlog as good as it can get. So I've warmed up already. First, just dynamic stretches. Then I did one set of pull ups by body weight, just body weight. Then I put 20 kilos on the belt and now 40. So this is the main set now. Let's go. Okay, so the grip is S. I don't have magnesium to help me with the grip, so I could barely do them. But okay, I guess more weight for my back. Second set of pull ups. The first one was blurry because I was turned uh, with my back here. So, fuck, I can't find the words. I'm so nervous. But okay, let's try it out. Second set. The reason I'm doing pull ups instead of lat pull downs is because I just feel more lats than I do on lat pull downs. I had a period when I was only doing lat pull downs and I didn't have that much progress until I started doing pull ups, and my lat pull downs exploded when I was just doing pull ups. So I recommend pull ups or chin ups or whatever you want for bigger lats. And okay, sometimes lat pull downs, sure, but I think pull ups and chin ups are generally much better for progress. Well, the last one. Give it all I got, but can't do everything. 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna do one set with lighter weight now. I did two with 40 kilos. Now I'm gonna do with 20s or maybe 30 kilos. I'll see. Okay, so then I do some cable rows now because it's back day. And then later some biceps curls and maybe shoulder, something for shoulders. We'll see. I'm doing cable rows to thicken my back. So from the side point of view, if you look at the back, those muscles in between your scapula and trapezius, those muscles get hit very well by rows. Even sometimes even side shoulders get hit pretty well. I've had a history of doing just pull-ups and no rows, and my lats were overdeveloped, my traps were underdeveloped, my shoulders were hurting because of that, and other reasons, but that was part of the reason why my shoulders were unstabilized. So I started doing the rows more often. I usually do 2 sets until failure, and even beyond failure. I ask someone to help me beyond failure, or I cheat a little bit until I can't do anymore. If you're a beginner, you can do 3 or 4 sets and you don't have to go to failure exactly. It won't hurt you, but I don't think you must do it. But you should always train close to failure though. And if you're more advanced, you should definitely do it until failure and even beyond. It will give you great results. You'd be surprised. The biggest mistake I see people make while rowing is, of course, not training hard enough. And the second one is to almost lay on your back and make your upper traps do all the work. That's not gonna get you anywhere. It won't thicken your back. It will just make your upper traps grow and you'll have an imbalance on your lower and upper traps. Okay, so did some rows. Um, did 2 sets already. Probably gonna do a third one too. And then biceps curls on bench. So incline biceps curl on bench. Um, but with rows, if you're trying to do it with the best form possible, make sure to just a second. Watch out to not do them like this. So don't try to hit upper traps because they're often overdeveloped. Instead, we're trying to hit the lower traps on the back. Um, so the goal is to do it like this instead of like this. Yeah, just a tip. Because I used to do them wrong for the longest time, and my arms hurt and they were unstable. I mean, there are other reasons behind it, but this is partially the reason why they hurt in the past. So at first, I thought it was gonna be scarier to film at the gym, but it's not as scary as I thought. I'm still a bit nervous, but it's all in the head. So if you want to do something, just go after it. I mean, I I am barely doing this today, so I'm gonna have to push myself the next time also, but it's fine. We do this for better ourselves. So yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna do some biceps curls on the incline bench. So let's get to it. Until failure and beyond to grow our biceps. We wanna have big arms, carry our parents' groceries. So let's go. So as I said before, biceps, triceps, shoulders, some smaller muscles, you can really get to it. You can really completely destroy them. You can go to failure. You can go beyond failure. You can do half reps, quarter reps, whatever. You can completely destroy those muscles, especially on isolation movements. So biceps curls, for example, you won't be as sore the next day and the next few days as you would be if you've done pull-ups until failure, for example, and your nervous system recovers very quickly, so you can go all out. There's no problem in it. So all the smaller muscles, isolation exercises, you can see how hard I'm going. I'm barely doing those reps, and I need rest because I physically can't do them anymore. Now probably negatives, yes, negatives and half reps, just to burn those muscles until the end, until I can't do, and basically until I can't move my arms anymore. So I always go very hard on biceps, triceps, and shoulders. Yeah, so for the arms, do it until you can't no more. Oh my God, I'm gonna puke. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna do the same exercise, second set, but I'm gonna do hammer curls because I want to hit coracobrachialis and brachialis too, so it thickens my arm. Okay, I want big biceps too, but I already did one set. So for the second set, I didn't do biceps curls, but hammer curls because I still lack that thickness in my arm from the front point of view. So brachialis and radiobrachialis, those muscles are still underdeveloped in terms of my whole body composition. So the arms are still lagging behind chest and back. So I'm just giving it all I got again. The same principles go for hammer curls. They are basically isolation movements, so you can go hard on them. By the way, I meant brachioradialis. I always get those two mixed up. So we're gonna do some seated lateral, I still can't say it, raises for shoulders, and then some abs. So I tried to do seated lateral raises, but the range of motion was just not good enough. I didn't like it. So I moved to the standing ones. When I'm doing this, I'm leaning a bit forward because side delts don't really go linearly down, but they go a bit to the side. I don't know how to describe it, but you should lean a bit forward with your torso and you will feel them way better. I know my form isn't the best and I'm swinging the weight, but I really try to get those weights up and then put them down as slowly as possible. So I really feel that burn and so I can go all out. And then I'm doing a drop set. So from 14 kilos, I took 10s then, and I am doing as much as I physically can. I'm doing to complete physical failure. Yeah, so decided to do a drop set and until failure, beyond failure. All right, so I just checked out the new room or place they opened in the gym at the gym, another place where you can train. And finally, hack squat machine. Cause so one time I went here, do a leg day, and I wanted to do hack squats. And I came to this gym before they opened this place, and I couldn't find hack squat because there wasn't any. And I just decided to do an upper body day, like every man should. So I can actually come here and do a leg day sometimes. Yeah, so I apologize for speaking so quietly and scaredly, but I mean, if I'm filming myself at the gym, might as well speak normally, right? So, but okay, it's hard to put this into subconscious, but I think it will get better and better. So once I upload this vlog, I will have to continue because I can just quit after one. So yeah, let's hope for the best. Oh yeah, by the way, well, I have an imbalance in my lower back. My back was also injured. I herniated my disc and it's not just good yet, but I can pretty much do everything normally now. But I'm still trying to work on my imbalances. So I'm working on the left side of my lower back because the right side dominates always. It's really hard. And so other exercise, I'm going to show you what I do. Until failure and even a drop set. So first I do it weighted with a dumbbell, and then I drop the dumbbell and do as many as I can with my body weight, and then it's done. 1 or 2 sets is enough if you're doing it intense enough. If you're not doing it until failure, then 3 sets are better. And if you're having lower back pain, be cautious how you're doing it because it might give you more back pain. Although, in my experience, it always helped a lot with back pain. When I herniated my disc, I used to do this a lot and my back was hurting a whole lot. But after I did this exercise on both sides, it didn't hurt at all for the next 30 minutes at least. So I used to do hyperextensions on only the left side because it was weaker, but now it's stronger than the right side. So I'm going to do both sides, but erectors are still weaker on the left side. So I'm going to do normal hyperextensions too. And I'm going to try to focus on the left side to do more work. So let's see how it goes. Now just regular hyperextensions. I'm going to try to keep my left side of the back more because it's weaker and imbalanced. So let's try it. So this one, again, like the side hyperextensions, you can do them until failure and even a drop set. But if you're having back pain, try going lighter at first. So only with your body weight or even with a help of your hands. You have those handles and you can help yourself. And if that feels good, you can add weight or just do it with body weight and eventually add weight, because I am almost sure that it would help you. Even if your back is injured, it helped me when I had herniated disc. So the normal hyperextensions helped me a lot also. And if you have no problem, then just do a normal set until failure or even a drop set, and you should be fine.
By the way, so if you have muscle imbalances, I think exercises help. But the main problem, how I figured it out for myself, is just here when you're stressed out, when the situation where the stress is present comes, you flex some of the muscles. You don't express it, but you so flex the muscles. It becomes physical once you don't express it. So then you hold those emotions. So I'm speaking for myself. I don't know how it is for everyone. They become physical, and so the scoliosis and all that stuff, unless it's just the bone. So the bone is structured differently. Okay, sure, you need to operate it, but if it's all normal, then it's just muscle imbalance, and it won't go away unless you acknowledge it mentally. That's what I figured out. I don't know if it works for everyone, but when I'm the most relaxed, I don't have shoulder pain, I don't have back pain. It all works. The body works how it's supposed to. And when I'm pressed out, it doesn't work as it's supposed to. Like, for example, when I go to the gym, I'm always anxious a bit, and I tend to flex just a bit some of the muscles, and the joint is not as stable, it doesn't flow as naturally as it should, and then the pain comes and imbalances. You train more those relaxed muscles are trained more than flexed ones, because the flexed ones don't have as much energy in them because they have to flex all the time. So the relaxed ones overtake the action, the exercise, and they become stronger. So that's what I realized. So exercising for imbalances works, but not in the long run. You have to do it all the time, or else it will just break like it used to be.
So here's the second set. My lower back really feels amazing after this exercise. So I did the second set too, and I recommended it to my two clients the other day, and they were super happy about it. First, they did Romanian deadlifts, and they weren't too familiar with the movement yet, so I recommended them hyperextensions, and they were really happy. So one of them has lower back pain, and he said it felt amazing afterwards. So definitely recommend it. And to finish off the workout, some decline crunches. I even added some weight, and then I did drop sets. So I just threw the weight on the ground and did more. I always do abs until failure and beyond. People forget that abs are just like other muscles. They work exactly the same, and they don't usually do them until failure. I don't know why, but a lot of people, even if they know how hypertrophy works, they still do like 3, 4, 5 exercises for abs, not very intense ones. They do 50 reps of each exercise, 5 sets, and they just don't get the progress. And I don't know why people keep doing that, but abs are just the same as any other muscle. If you want to get abs, if you want to train them, if you want them to grow, you have to train them intensely and not 50 reps and 5 sets. You can do 1 set until failure, and you'll be amazed how the progress is.
So I did one set of abs. I stopped training them for like a year because it doesn't make any visible difference, but I figured my back is more stable while I do it. So I started training them again. And at the same time, I'm doing those stabilization or whatever imbalance exercises for my back so it doesn't hurt. So if you don't have abs, train them. If you have abs, train them. It's healthy. It stabilizes your back. So, yeah, that's it. Now, we're gonna go to some hidden room and do a flex off with myself. So let's go.
So this is the quote unquote flex room. I usually take pictures in this room after the workout because the pump is just awesome. And the lighting is also very good, especially during the day. And there were some girls, two of them, probably like 15 years old or even younger. And it was super awkward for me to walk in there shirtless and to just flex into the camera. And yeah, it was just super funny and awkward at the same time. But otherwise, I'm super happy with my physique right now. I want to get some size in my arms still and maybe shoulders. Shoulders never hurt, but super happy about it. And that's it for today.